All right, buckle up. There's a startup called Reflect Orbital, and they are building satellites with giant mylar mirror panels that reflect sunlight back down to the Earth after dark. And you can order it through an app like you do your burrito late at night. And when I first learned this, I had two reactions, one right after the other. The first one was wonder, because this is exactly what it sounds like. They put mirror satellites low into Earth orbit. Um, you request illumination for a specific location, and the satellite passes over and delivers reflected sunlight to a patch of ground around 5 kilometers wide. The applications they are targeting are pretty real. Solar farms that need to generate power after sunset, right? Reflecting sun from the mirrored satellites down to the solar panels. Remote construction sites that need to work at night without hauling in generators and light towers. Disaster zones and search and rescue operations. Over 164,000 people from 157 countries have already applied for access, and they have not launched a single satellite yet. Now, the second reaction I had was a question, and I want to answer it right now because I know you're probably thinking it too. Can someone pay money to blast their neighbor's yard with sunlight at 2 a.m.? No, unfortunately, the physics stops that. The beam covers at least 5 kilometers at minimum, and each satellite only passes over a given location for about 3.5 minutes before moving on. So you would be lighting up half a city to try and mess with one house. And I don't know what type of guardrails they'll have to ensure that people aren't even doing that, but I'm sure we'll find out later. The question that actually matters is the one underneath it, and it's the sovereignty question, as always, right? Reflect Orbital is eventually proposing up to 50,000 satellites in orbit. The price for access is around $5,000 per hour per mirror. And the question of who controls overhead illumination for your geographic region, who sets the price, and which locations actually get served, all becomes a real conversation that nobody's having just yet. So for me, this follows the exact same pattern as every centralized infrastructure layer we have ever built: electricity, internet, cloud. The technology arrives, the applications are beautiful and obvious, and then the question of access and control gets answered for us after the fact. We should be asking it now, before the constellation is already in orbit and the decision has already been made for us.